Vivek, what I would like to say before you further go your 100% digital route is on digital companies also facing similar challenges in a very, very, very different ways. And are they ready for the whole thing? It's a complex world. It's not that everybody's going to have it easy.
So I'll tell a story, right? There are two campers in a forest, and suddenly they hear a tiger. So one of the campers starts wearing his shoes. The other guy laughs at him. He says, like, you think you're going to outrun the tiger? So he says, no, I don't have to outrun the tiger. All I have to do is outrun you. Right? So the thing is, there's nobody ever going to be ready, right? The thing is that technology, especially with exponential, is always going to grow faster than our readiness. But the thing is that what we do is we have to outrun our competition and continuously invest in ourselves, right? So Warren Buffett was asked, how do you fight inflation? He said, you fight it through education, not through SIPs and mutual fund investments. So the fact of the matter is today, like, let's say I do 30 or 35 or angel investments. The reason I do that is because every entrepreneur teaches me what he believes the future of the industry is going to be. And he's betting his life and his money on it. So it teaches me. How many of the traditional business people are investing in digital? Every time I meet some guy who's doing a large company worth billions of dollars, when I have a conversation with him, he's arguing with me why Mama's valuation is not right, why digital companies should not be valued so much, how these venture capital guys are investing. I said, like, what is the effort you've made? Put in $1 million, $5 million of your money out of the billions you have to start understanding the digital world, right? So at the end of the day, if they make investments, this is not about being ready. This is about survival, right? Remaining relevant. So the fact of the matter is, the more and more effort you put in attempting that, the world is changing and the world is always going to change, right? The people who are able to survive for hundreds of years, created family wealth that remained for hundreds of years, right? They constantly adapted. A person who started the business model and the family has lasted 300 years. Like I sold my company to Japanese companies, or 300, 200-year-old companies in Japan, right? They've transformed themselves every few months. Look at what Toyota was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and what it is today. Every single company that does well has to constantly transform themselves. So as long as you know the world is changing and you're going to make attempts and invest in that future, right? What is Reliance 30 years ago and what is Reliance today, right? The reason why he's among the richest men in the world is because he's constantly adopted, right? He's remained relevant. So as long as you remain relevant, you will do well. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think even the digital companies. So if, let's say, look at me, right? I was the dominant player in search. I missed the social media bus. I completely missed it. I could have created a significantly larger, better company when I sold it to Dentsu, but I missed it, right? Because I felt search was superior to social media. In my mind, I missed that opportunity, right? So it taught me a lesson that I have to remain relevant. So now I don't laugh at metaverse. I don't laugh at crypto. I don't laugh at some of these things because at some level, right, it's very easy for me to say, oh, you know what, this crypto is crap, and see, I proved it. The fact of the matter is, the future is going to be blockchain. Future is going to be Web 3.0. Future is going to be AR and VR in some capacity. The fact of the matter is, because I have made a mistake and I learned from it, I'm not going to laugh at anything that I don't understand yet. I'm going to invest in it. Because I'm investing in it, because I'm going to attempt teaching it, I'm going to learn from it. And some of these things may collapse, but it doesn't mean the traditional businesses don't collapse, right? So everything will that. But the thing is, are we learning? Are we paranoid, right? Are we paranoid of what the world is going to be? And are we making some substantial changes to our company? When I talk to a lot of large company owners, founders, CEOs, I don't see them stressed out. Means if I were in their place, so I think they also is right. When you're in this mode, you're in wealth preservation mode, or you're a wealth creation mode. Most of the digital companies are always in this wealth creation mode, while a lot of traditional companies are in wealth preservation mode. So obviously, the way I look at it is, I have a safety net. I'm an entrepreneur. My job is to do somersaults so I can entertain people. When there is a safety net, earlier there was no safety net. I was capable of 5 somersaults, I did 2. But I fall down, I die. But now I'm going to do 20, I'm going to do 50 because I have now a safety net. So I have a permission to fail at everything I do for the rest of my life. So I'm going to do 1,000 somersaults, 5,000 somersaults. One day I'll fly. Mm-hmm. Safety net can be used to fall on it as many times as you want so that you go and stretch and punch above your weight range. Or you can use the safety net as a backup and not do anything, continue doing your 2 somersaults the rest of your life. So a lot of digital companies are taking that flying route That's the reason they are more successful.